What's up, folks? Justin Garcia here, aka Master Chim, from the Pressure Project podcast. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about teaching. What is teaching? What is instruction? What is, a teacher making a student better? And my take on it is atypical. It's very typical and very congruent. I've found over the last, few years with the powerful people I've met who have mentored others. But when it comes down to it, there is no such thing as teaching. There is no such thing as making somebody learn something. All we can do as facilitators, as mentors, is expose somebody to the truth, expose somebody to universals. We're never going to be in a position where we are creating and we're gifting that creation to somebody else. Anybody that says otherwise is somebody whose outlook and whose sense of self-worth and identity is based, on ego. We call that slave morality. We say that their definition of themselves or their identity is based on their reflection with a relationship with another person. And the people who think teaching follows that model would fall under that category of identity, right? What the actuality of it is that these things have existed before you, during, your journey, and will exist after you. We could use any example, whether it's math, whether it's I'm a martial arts instructor, so I'm teaching somebody a cross, right? A strong, rear punch, one of our more powerful punches. Well, people were doing the cross long before I ever entered this realm, right? People will be doing the cross long after I'm gone. People are doing the cross right now who have never even heard of me, right? So in that particular instance, we see how that is a universal, universal event, universal fact, a universal item, entity, and we don't have ownership over that, right? So the best that I can do is respect the relationship that a mentor has with an apprentice and see what that exchange of information actually is. If I'm saying that there are universals of which I do not possess ownership, then the most I can do is sort of facilitate an introduction, right, between one individual and this piece of universal information that I do not own. If we said I was going to introduce one friend to another, at no point would I assume that the friend of mine that I was bringing to be introduced is somebody or a possession of my own. No, it is a separate entity, and I'm looking to join the two of them. And I think with this mindset, with this outlook, we see what teaching actually is. It's really based on who is the one that's receiving the information. What is this individual picking up and internalizing? Here at the Jungle Gym, my martial arts school, when I train instructors, we have the concept of the light bulb, right? So when instructing and mentoring somebody, exposing somebody to information, when do we end that exchange? We say when we see the light bulb. And that's when we could sort of say, using the context that I established before, as soon as that introduction is made and we see that introduction, our job is done. So our job is to facilitate information that exists opposite, right, or I should say externally from us, and join that information with people who want to learn. So those of you that consider yourselves instructors, coaches, mentors, and whatnot, understand that the label that you are wearing in that instance is solely dependent on the introduction and internalization of information by somebody else, right? So it's not about you, right? And this goes for parents, mentors, martial arts coaches, teachers, regular teachers, leaders of any sort. Understand, looking for light bulbs is the sign or the practice of a good mentor, of a good, what we would say, instructor. All right, folks. Hope you found that useful. Again, Justin Garcia, aka Master Chim, thepressureproject.com is my website. Feel free to check it out. Peace.